kind of thinking last night, sometimes I feel so out of place, odd and different, like I'm a lost soul. The things I like, the way I act is, a lot different from your normal person. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm part of the world. I mean, I'm not saying I feel down or anything, I just feel apart. But it's sometimes you have those feelings.
This is part of a response to John about not feeling part of this world. My earliest memory as a young boy, about 3 years old, one of my earliest memories, I think I have one vague memory of the old house before we moved, but we had just moved to a new house. I was about 3 years old. I just remember sitting by myself in my new bedroom in front of the bookcase. I've been left there to kind of entertain myself for a little bit. And I was just sitting there on the floor and just thinking, why am I here? What am I doing here? Even at that age, I didn't feel like I was really a part of things. And even at that age, I was questioning, why, what for, what is this all about? So, getting into school, in kindergarten, actually nursery school, then kindergarten, I was kind of standoffish. I really had trouble trying to assimilate in. I just never really felt like I was part of it. I never went to a high school dance or never went to any of that kind of stuff. I was always pretty shy. Didn't have much of a self-esteem. I didn't feel it was right to have a good self-esteem for some reason. Maybe I was a monk in my former life. Who knows? In the channelings of Ra, there is quite a bit of talk, or maybe it came after that, or in the analysis of that talk. But there's quite a bit of talk about wanderers. If you listen to Scott Mandelker's lectures, he's got quite a few on the wanderers. And these are people who don't quite fit in to the usual class of people that are around them. Some have come by choice, supposedly, to help with the general karma, if you will, of the life situation. But anyways, they're people who are basically don't fit in with the usual patterns of most of the existence. And he gives out, this long thing about, where people came from. And, you'd have to read it, take it seriously. Mandelker, which is supposed to be a planet that used to be where the asteroid belt is now. A civilization on Mars that blew off its atmosphere. So a lot of the Earthlings are supposedly, people who left over from these two situations. And there's a whole concept of graduation, which means making it to fourth dimension, so you don't have to be reborn to third dimension. But the Wanderers don't fit in that class exactly. They're not really from those two groups. They're kind of like odd assortment of flunkies that have failed to graduate from other systems. Maybe we're slow learners, I guess. And we've gotten recycled in this system, even though they don't use the word, but it's commonly used in New Age circles, old soul. So we have this group of old souls who don't really fit in with the usual situation that most of the population comes out of. And so we feel apart. We aren't good in 3D. We're not good at dealing with this density. So our lives aren't pictures of success normally. We're kind of the outcast, or not outcast, the misfit, you know. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. Something to read on if you're got some time and you feel that way. So I wonder how many feel like they're, for lack of better words, a wanderer, that they don't fit in, that they don't belong here. I'm mystified as to why they are here. I wonder if that isn't a common thought. I wonder if most of us don't feel that way sometimes. Maybe not. You tell me. I certainly feel that way sometimes. Quite often. Are we wanderers, as per Scott Mandelker's idea of a wanderer? I suppose there's some people who run through life happy-go-lucky and never think about these kind of things, never think about much other than who's winning, you know, at the who won the game last night, you know, and who's going to be at the bar tonight. The unexamined life is not worth having, or something like that. Who said that, and what was the exact quote? As an adolescent, I even entertained a more bizarre type of thought. I didn't have the word simulation in mind, but that's basically what I thought I was in. I thought I'm some kind of weird creature, and all the situation around me is put together just to, like a zoo, you know, just to make me feel at home. These other critters, you know, these other people around me we couldn't possibly all be these creatures that eat stuff and poop it out just to live, you know. We eat life just to live. We couldn't all be like that, could we? I just didn't feel a part, and I really did entertain the thought that I was in some kind of simulation. Although again, I didn't use the word simulation.